On a Wednesday night, it's Ronnie McGhie with you all the way through till midnight tonight. Great show lined up. The Colin Kennedy Band are doing a wee sound check, and I can tell you it sounds absolutely fabulous. Here's Emma Jane in the studio with me. They've been, I feel as though I've heard the session already, guys. We have the Colin Kennedy Band. Welcome to Urban Beat FM.
Good evening, Ronnie.
And I mean, what do you think of our little humble studio? It's compact and bijou.
Very comfy.
I'm actually amazed. We've got Tom in the corner there, and he's got this kind of gizmo. It's like a mini drum kit. Is this something like a one-man band could do or something like that?
I probably could, yeah. This is the jet kit. It's an invention of Tommy and Jim's. Seen a guy playing in Glasgow, busking with a suitcase for a bass drum. I was telling the boys about it. I thought, it was really cool because he put all his gear inside the suitcase after he played. And next thing we know, Jim and Tommy's get their heads together and come up with this thing, and it's a large tom case. I'm quite sure you'll get it on film there, but
yeah.
And Jim has done some engineering. I'm quite sure he'll tell you about it.
Yeah, well,
get yourself nearer a mic. Right, first of all, I better introduce everybody. The person here talking there is Colin Kennedy. We've got Jim Eagleson in bass, we've got John Blakely on guitar, and we've got Tom Kerr on the drums. Now, Jim, where did you get the idea for the kind of mini drum kit?
Well, I work for an engineering company, so you imagine making things every day. And I sort of managed to make fit a plate in the bottom to give it some weight, and of course we could attach these arms to hang the cymbals and stuff on in the snare. I got together with Tommy and we sort of got our both ideas together, and this is the creation.
It looks pretty impressive.
Tommy, would you like to let us hear that creation?
Yeah, give it a go. Listen, you've been recording, you've been in the studio, you've been recording your first album. How's it all coming along, Colin?
It's coming along. It's taking a wee bit of time because we're working in 18 tracks. So some of them will make the album, most of them will, but it's going to be really difficult because they're actually all vying for a place on the album. There's nothing that we feel's a weak song. So we've got Jim and Tommy got all the bass and drum parts done early on this year, and John and I have been working on guitar parts and getting all that done. And now we're at the stage where that's almost finished and it's ready for vocals and harmonies, and maybe some additional wee keyboard things, some Hammond and stuff like that. So it's coming along fine. We're really pleased with it. It's starting to, a lot of editing been done, spent a lot of time doing that. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting it onto maybe even vinyl, so we'll see how that goes.
It can be both a blessing and a curse sometimes to have so many good songs in the can, because it's just to figure out what songs are going to suit the album, even though they're all great.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, because there will need to be a thread running through it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's quite a varied bunch of tracks. Tommy and I, Tom's flung in lyrics, and we've put it all together. We just basically rehearsed it in the studio up at my place, and the songs all came to life.
Fantastic.
Amazing, from just the usual thing, writing a song with an acoustic guitar and a vocal, and once the boys get the bass and the other guitar parts, and all of a sudden it goes in their direction. So
it's a life of its own, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been together as a band?
Well, if we were 16, we would probably only be a year and a half into it or something like that. But as a band,
since Freckfest?
Since leading up to Freckfest, really. We did know each other. Tommy and I played together for a long, long time, and John and I played together, and Jim. We've all known each other and we've rubbed shoulders with each other for a long time, and it all came about with Craig Smart, a good friend of mine, and obviously his ties with Willie Freckleton.
Yes.
We had a conversation a couple of years ago about doing something for Willie, and I didn't know Craig had been planning away in the background with Danny and the other boys, and he called us up and said, look, might not be the idea we had. It's happening in August, and we're going, oh shit, we need to get some songs together. So basically that was the trigger.
And the thing is, that, I mean, I should emphasise, I mean, all the material you play are your own material.
That's correct,
it's
yeah.
your own songs.
Yeah.
I mean, you were on stage at Freckfest last August and blew everybody away when you played for about an hour just playing your own compositions.
No, thanks for that.
And blew this guy away here anyway, and it was just fantastic to catch.
It was a great event.
It really was. It was. We'll talk a wee bit later on about the Freckfest thing, because I know you're involved in it as well. But I'm going to entice you into doing a wee song for us.
Sure.
So,
Well,
so what we got first then, Colin?
Well, we've got a song. This usually starts the set, and it's just kind of always wanted to lead the set, this song. And it's a song called Bullets of Love, which is a lyric by Tommy.
Yeah.
And this was actually the very first song that we kind of put together, because Tom was playing in a band and I was going to go and do a guest spot, because I had just been kind of messing around for about 5 years after a Chuck playing live a lot. And so we put that together, and then it evolved as well. So it's now become traditionally the set starter.
Yep. Take it away, guys.
Down.
That sound aid in my headphones, absolutely amazing, guys.
Thanks very much.
It's a cracking song. I've heard that live a couple of times now, and it gets better every time. In fact, it takes on something special, I think, when you do it acoustically.
Well, it's different, isn't it? It's a lot more intimate, obviously. But
doesn't get much more intimate than this studio.
Well, it's an out-and-out rock song, in the style of Free, who I know Tommy and I and John, so we're all big fans of the early 70s music, and that's our wee kind of tribute, I would say, to that style of music.
Right, Colin, the four of you are seasoned musicians. You've been around the music scene for a while. What's the creative dynamics like in the studio with regard to like songwriting and arranging?
Well, the kind of thing happens is that I would normally come up with the germ of the idea, either lyrics and guitar and melody, everything. Either all comes with a real productive period after Freckfest, because I was really buzzed up about it and there was an awful lot of stuff came. I've got piles of lyrics for Tommy and all my own stuff, and whatever mood I happen to be in, I'll just flick through it and then someone will just come. So it can work that way. If it's one of Tommy's lyrics, one of my lyrics, whatever, and then I'll send them to the boys in Dropbox and I'll go, I know where you're coming from with that, and then Jim will come in with an idea for a bass line and John will come in with some riffs and stuff, and eventually we'll just talk it through, because one thing in this band, we've been around for such a long time that we've left the ego thing way behind, so there's no issues with any kind of thing.
Do you know something? I think that comes over in the live performance of the band. Everybody is having a ball. The 40s are having a ball up there. The people listening to you are having a ball, and as I say, that comes over from the live performance.
I'm glad that does, because that's how we feel about it, because at the end of the day we're all music fans, just like yourself. So, and it was just an opportunity, because we've all played in bands throughout our lives that played covers, and again, I'd like to think we've done that well, but there came a point where I just couldn't do it anymore, and I was really tired of it, and I thought, if I'm ever going to play live again, it'll be original music. So.
I had, over the years, obviously I've lived down here for like 40 years now, and I have seen you perform live in those kind of situations, work stances, things like that, where you did the covers thing, and that was great. I mean, it really was good, but it must be great to get up on stage and do a whole set just of your own songs.
Well, this is great. I mean, at the time of my life, to be able to go out and do that kind of thing with three other guys who feel exactly the same way as me, it's like I never thought that was going to come about.
Now, we're all guys of a certain age here. Some of them are younger than others. But absolutely. Do you find that when there's no pressure, that's when creativity can really be at its peak?
I think so. I just, we've got such an understanding, and we love the same bands. Tommy's got his tickets to go and see the Temperance Movement.
Fantastic.
So that'll be fantastic. That's our Christmas night out together. Yeah. So things like that, we really tune into each other, and when we're playing, I like to think that we've got that kind of empathy with each other, and we've got a wee bit of kind of funk thing, although it's quite rocky in it. There's a wee
bluesy, there's funk in there. Oh, definitely some great funky riffs from John at times.
Spaghetti.
Now, Colin, you've been around the music scene for as long as I was saying there, for as long as I can remember. Now, I know that your music has taken you all over the world.
Well, no, over the world.
No, it took you to the States and things like that. So
we went to Scandinavia and did quite a lot there. But
how does it feel when you reflect on what's gone before, or do you tend not to?
Well, see, to be honest, that it feels like somebody else's life.
Yeah.
I mean, when we started doing this project, and I wasn't comfortable with calling the band Colin Kennedy Band. It's not really my thing, but we spoke about it, and that kind of. Right, no, don't be shy about that. Let's just do that.
The abbreviations there, CKB.
So I was like starting again. I mean, I closed the door on all the other stuff and kind of let it be.
Yeah.
And it was great. I enjoyed it at the time, as all the boys did. But this is a whole other thing, and we are purely doing this, and we're trying to do charity stuff with our good friend Ricky Black.
That's I was at one of these nights on Saturday night. I know you were playing at Prestwick that night, but good PA you put up for the gig, and it was just a fantastic night.
So we've got that train of thought. It's purely for the love of the music.
Yeah.
And we want to get this album done because we've got so many other tracks waiting to... I don't know. I'll be croaking it before we get all this done, honestly.
I mean, we talked there. We talked there about the love of 70s music. I mean, in those days, we know artists put 2 albums out a year.
Well,
at that
a new
time,
album coming out every day.
There was, and it was
amazing.
Do you see you'll release this album later on in the year?
Yep.
Do you see maybe 6 months down the line there could be another one?
Oh, it's just going to be constant. We won't stop. It'll just the songs they're just begging to be played. We were even talking. We did a set on Saturday night down at Prestwick, and midway through the set, I'm thinking, oh no, I'd rather put some more of this kind of song in, and they're just all waiting. But we're trying hard to just concentrate, get the album done.
Yeah.
And then we'll feed new songs into the set and just record them straight off the bat.
Yeah. So. Now, give you a choice now. Do you want a break and I'll play a track, or do you just want to get into the next song? It's up to yourself.
No, you could play a song, Ronnie, and then we'll do another if you want.
Okay, 107.2 Urban Beats FM on a Wednesday night. It's a Colin Kennedy Band in session. We'll hear more from them after Donovan.
Urban Beats FM.
Well, the troubadour from Glasgow there. I love Donovan. That's Sunshine Superman. I'm still in the studio and the door is locked. I'm not getting out until they've performed all the songs. And now, I want to talk about the kind of music that you listen to. What would you listen to at home? I mean, I'll go to Jim first. Get yourself down to that microphone.
I listen to about everything. I've got such a varied taste. Mostly kind of rock anyway. You know, the old classic rock stuff. U2, some old U2 stuff.
Yeah.
Anything really, you know. I could take in a couple of classic dance music if I feel like it. Just whatever my mood takes me, really.
Colin?
Oh, I'm still a sucker for the 70s style stuff. That's why I like the Temperance movement at the moment.
Yeah, very 70s rock.
Love that. I mean, love what they're doing. I've really got into Bruce Springsteen in recent times, mainly because of the lyric writing and stuff. But just anything really, kind of modern American country music as well.
Yeah. John, you're sitting at the back. What kind of music would you normally find yourself listening to?
Well, for me, classic stuff is Zepp. You know, love the Zepp, Whole Lot of Love thing, Immigrant Song, great. But what I'm listening to now really is kind of Keith Urban, John Mayer kind of thing. I just like, from a guitarist point of view, I love listening to Keith Urban. From a guitarist point of view, he's a great songwriter, great songs, but from a guitarist point of view, I listen to a lot of kind of Urban and Mayer. You know,
yeah, good guy, good listening. Tom, what about yourself?
Well, I love the sound of a ukulele, so I'm into George Formby.
I love it. Anyway, guys, you're going to perform another track for us. Can I ask what this one is?
This is Judgment Day.
Oh, I like this one.
And this is a kind of tongue-in-cheek look back over the shoulder at maybe some mistakes you might have made and things you wish you'd done a wee bit better, and then just saying, well, I'm just going to have to take what's coming for me. So that Judgment Day.
Take it away, guys.
Dignified, all for the sake of me getting somewhere. I've broken hearts and minds and did blink an eye. I guess I learned it doesn't pay to care. Now I'm just hanging around, biding my time, waiting for a judgment day. I'll take whatever comes my way when it gets to Judgment Day. Hey! Judgment Day. I'll take whatever comes my way when it gets to Judgment Day. Hey, I live a little on the wild side. Hey, come on over to the wild side. Hey, everybody wanna try it on the wild side. Hey, come on over to the wild side.
I have to say, when I've seen you live, that song is a standout track.
Well, thanks very much.
Now, you've got to tell me, you've got to promise me that's going on the album.
Well, it's kind of pushing itself forward anyway. It's in the mix.
It's a really good live track. And you can see, I mean, I love watching the band, but I also love watching the audience reaction. And when that song's on, you can see the heads bobbing up and down. And you can actually, people are picking up the lyrics very, very quickly.
Well, I think so.
And you can actually...
it's quite clear what it's,
Yes.
what it's trying to make out.
And I think every person can identify with it.
I've got a lot of friends that are singers in bands and band players and stuff like that, and every one of them could associate with that.
Yeah. Colin, I kind of think you're the kind of guy who, you've got the studio next to you. Very fortunate you've got your studio at home. Are you the kind of guy that kind of wakes up 3 in the morning, got an idea and got to run to the studio?
Well, no 3 in the morning. No. I do. God, last
Or
week,
running, or sitting down with a cup of tea or something, and then you run out to
man.
the studio.
I've done it. I've got up in the morning, and a lot of the songs came early in the morning. But last week, I was actually I'm a prolific dreamer, and I remember writing this lyric. There was 2 lines, and I wrote it down in this big brown table. And I remember saying to myself in the dream, "You need to remember that when you wake up." And I didn't.
No, we never do.
I don't even know. I don't think it was my house, was it?
I mean, I've talked to like singer-songwriters, and they permanently have one of these wee dicta machines sitting beside them. So if they wake up and they've got this lyric running out, it's like,
Yeah.
got to get it down.
Got loads of them.
A lot of
wow.
time
Loads
it's
of them.
generally just
You don't want to hear any of that stuff.
No. Anyway, I'm going to get you to do another song while we're here,
Okay.
while we're talking away. What have we got next?
Well, this is this song. It just came really strange. It just came melodically, and the chords just came.
Yeah.
One of these mornings, I was sitting, and I got a kind of wee bit of time early in the morning before the phone starts ringing and things go mental. But I had a notion I wanted to write something, and I flicked through some of my lyrics. None was kind of talking to me. And I brought Tommy's lyrics up, and I'm flicking through them, and I came across this lyric of Tommy's, and it's called Paint the Grey Sky Blue. And this is a very, very personal lyric to Tommy especially. And the music just tumbled out. Then literally in 5 minutes.
It's funny there when I said to another song, it was Jim with the bass. Oh, I better change basses.
Well, he does a wee bit of fretless bass in this,
Yes,
which is really nice. So, this is Paint the Grey Sky Blue.
At your leisure, guys.
Just psyched myself up for this. Could be a sad movie on before I did this. Let no tear fall from your eye. It's not time yet for goodbye. While we breathe, we must believe we will never die.
There are things that we can't change, things we can't rearrange. Even so, you ought to know we still have to try. Come on, brother, won't you lean on me? I'll be there for you when those dark clouds start rolling in. Together, just me and you will paint the gray sky blue. Let the sun shine on your face. Breathe the air, enjoy the taste. There's no man alive who's able to change his fate. There's an end to everything. Keep on breathing out and in. Fear is something only we create. Come on, my brother, won't you lean on me? I'll be there for you when those dark clouds start rolling in. Together, just me and you will paint the gray sky blue. Come on, my brother, won't you lean on me? I'll be there for you when those dark clouds start rolling in. Together, just me and you will paint the gray sky blue. Come on, my brother, won't you lean on me? I'll be there for you when those dark clouds keep on rolling, 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 rolling in. Together, just me and you will paint the gray sky blue. And together, just me and you will paint the gray sky blue.
You were the headline band.
I built the
Aye.
Sean and I.
Aye, it was an amazing night. I mean,
it was a great wee night. That.
and I mean, everybody knows I love the Hack, whether it's having my breakfast in it or going to gigs there. But from a personal viewpoint, I think it's great what the Freckfest team have done. They've basically put Irvine on the gig map of Scotland. They've got all these great artists and bands coming for these intimate, and many of them sold out gigs and sold out very much in advance. And
yeah, listen, the boys are working hard, especially with Craig being the chairman.
Yeah.
He's just unbelievable. But I mean, we've got a really cool wee gig coming out, a young band called Model Airplanes.
Yeah, that's right.
They're coming up pretty soon, actually, so that'll be good to catch them.
I've seen the poster up for some of the kind of later gigs. I'll definitely be taking in Jinky's Christmas Cracker.
Yeah, unfortunately, our good friend, and he is a good friend, is struggling a wee bit at the moment, and I sent him a wee message today. We were supposed to be playing with him during his tour. He was going out on a wee tour, a wee solo tour, and he's been kind of struck down with, he's really been unwell, so
Oh dear.
we wish him all the best.
We
but-
certainly do.
So we're still doing the gig next Thursday, and Sean's stepping in to the breach, so we're going to step it back up to electric again.
That's you're playing the Clubhouse.
Yes.
That's Thursday the 4th of September. And I was going to say to you, it's a bit of a family affair there.
Yeah, well, as I said, we were going to be supporting Jinky with this format, and that was why the boys come up with the drum kit thing.
Yeah.
And, but unfortunately, I mean, it was all depending on
Listen,
JJ, so...
We wish JJ well. Get well soon.
He's a great man, and he's a great
Yeah.
talent.
Yeah. I loved the gig that he performed at the Hack.
He's brilliant.
It was
He's
just amazing.
He's one of the best voices that ever come out of Scotland.
And again, a big supporter of Sean as well.
A huge supporter of
Yeah.
Sean.
And I remember when Jinky joined, I was a big Silencers fan, and I remember when Jinky joined them. And at that time, he was classed as probably one of the best up-and-coming young songwriters at the time.
Yeah. It's just his voice. His voice blended in with Jimmy and Ian's. We played a lot of the songs.
That was the amazing thing. The voices just blended in.
His voice is just tremendous. I mean, I wish I could bottle it.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to have another wee track.
Yeah.
I'm bossing you about now.
That's your job, Ronnie.
Yeah.
This is that's another wee, almost kind of tongue-in-cheek. And you and I had a discussion earlier about I would like to spend more time in the studio and working in the music non-stop. And this song, the lyric came around in relation to that. So it's just called Merry-Go-Round.
bullets in your smoking gun. Life goes on, you find someone to put the bullets in your smoking gun. Life goes on, you find someone to put the bullets in your smoking gun. Get off, just to let me get off. Hey, I wanna get off, just to let me get off. I wanna get off, just to let me get off. And my clock's counting down, get me off this merry-go-round. You find someone. Life goes on. You find someone to put the bullets in your smoking gun. The life goes on. You find someone to put the bullets in your smoking gun.
Guys, what is next for the band for the rest of this year and maybe beyond?
Well, the priority is the album. That is the main thing. But we still need to keep our hand in. Gigs at the moment aren't a priority. We've all gigged our brains out through the years, so we've got nothing to prove.
No.
We're just, when we do gig, we're just delighted to go and showcase these songs to people. But it will make such a big difference if, when we do a few more gigs next year, that people might have the product before they come and see us, and they'll know the songs. At the moment, we're killing them with 18 songs of stuff I've never heard in general. So.
But I think that's part of the pleasure of going to see you guys.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I do. Well, I'm saying, I've heard of, that's a new one. And I'll be sitting there saying, I'll be sitting on Thursday, I'll be saying, that goes on the album.
Well, there was a couple appeared on Facebook yesterday and today.
I saw that, I watched them today. Very, very good.
Videoed them and stuck them up. So Karma Baby and 7 Acres Road are both new songs.
Karma Baby is a cracking song.
The boys are great bass and John doing his thing with his slapback guitar. So
various colours that we try to put into.
They're quite interesting. The fact that we're trying to make the songs interesting.
Yeah, that they are. Yeah. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you guys in performing.
Yeah. Thanks for having us in.
Listen, and you're going to finish off with.
Going to finish off with this is our set finisher, and it's quite a raucous, ballsy song. So we did wonder if it would come across, but with a wee rehearsal, we went for, you know what? This boy stands up. So it's a song called Jealousy, and basically it's quite in your face, and it's just about how we're smothered by that in our society. So
we certainly are.
So this is the watered down version of Jealousy.
The Colin Kennedy Band live on the album show here on 107.2 Irvine Beat FM.
jealousy. Jealousy. That's why I'm locked down tight. I don't let no one in. It's the only way I can guarantee I'll stop it happening. Stealing my thunder, stealing my things, stealing my energy. Most terrible thing. Jealousy.
Fantastic. Jealousy by the Colin Kennedy Band. Listen, guys, just want to say a massive thanks for coming in.
Thanks very much, Ronnie.
That was a blast.
Thank you.
And it never fails me the amount of preparation that bands take when they're coming in to do this. And as I say, kind of humbled at times when I'm sitting here watching the talent on the other side
No, it's a pleasure for us to
of the
come in.
studio. So, guys, Clubhouse next Thursday.
Yes.
And everybody will get the full plugged version of the band.
With a new PA, which is worth coming to hear.
Listen, I look forward to it immensely.
That's brilliant. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Camera work at the back.
Yeah.